Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at 11 starts now.
4 down, 4 more to go. Detroit police released the pictures of the remaining suspects in the brutal Greektown brawl.
Powerful testimony.
Someone that I trusted more than almost anyone in the world ended up being someone who hurt me so immensely.
A former gymnast graphically detailing the abuse she says she endured under the care of Dr. Larry Nassar. Why she's just now speaking.
But first, showers and thunderstorms on tap for Thursday and a chance for severe weather. Glad you're with us here at 11. Most of the rain we dealt with earlier has moved on, but round 2 coming in tomorrow.
That's right. Ben's tracking the chance for more severe weather.
Yeah, Kim and Devin, tomorrow afternoon, we're looking for a slight risk across pretty much the entire area. And again, that's in the second half of the day. The biggest impacts from these are going to be from straight line winds, but also the potential of large hail. Difference from today is that tornado threat is not completely zero. There's a chance that we could see a tornado in some of those thunderstorms tomorrow afternoon. But before all that gets started, we've got a morning round of rain to get through, so that's going to make the morning commute a little bit slow going. Temperatures are going to be in the 50s in a lot of locations, boosting up to 70 by noon. So it's still going to be warm, but we start getting rough in the afternoon with that severe weather. Coming up, we'll talk timing on both these rounds of storms and also look at your 4-zone forecast in a few minutes. Guys?
Okay, Ben. Now to some breaking news. A violent night on Detroit's east side. 2 shootings just a couple of miles apart. Tim Pamplin is on the scene with the night cam. Tim?
The evening has turned decidedly violent on the east side in the last 45 minutes or so. 2 shootings. The first one here, Kirchhoff and Lennox down on the southeast side. 2 young men coming out of their home when an older model Impala rolls up. 4 men inside open fire, striking one of them. He's been transported, no word on the condition. Now, whilst we were filming that, we heard the gunfire a couple of miles north, right here, Gratiot and Maple Ridge, Gratiot 7 Mile area. 2 people have just been shot. One was working on that vehicle there, the other one talking to him. One was privately conveyed, the other one transported by medics. One of those is said to be in serious condition. Again, 2 separate shooting scenes, 3 people being shot on Detroit's east side. Detroit Police East Side units have their work cut out tonight. That is the scene on the east side with a night cam. Tim Pamplin, Local 4.
Okay, Tim. The civil and criminal case against the ex-Michigan State gymnastics doctor Larry Nassar continues to grow. Tonight, a new accuser coming forward by way of social media. Jermont Terry live with the motivation for this young lady to speak out. Jermont?
Devin, already more than 100 accusers have come forward alleging sexual abuse by Dr. Nassar. And tonight, as you mentioned, a new woman comes forward, and she does so through a graphic yet heartfelt video she posted online.
This story is going to be about Larry Nassar. And
a young woman speaks out about abuse she says she endured as a child.
Someone that I trusted more than almost anyone in the world ended up being someone who hurt me so immensely.
Cameron Moore, former U.S. gymnast, talks candidly about what she claims Dr. Larry Nassar did as she trained from age 11 to 18.
I saw him on average probably 2 or 3 times a month.
Nassar is currently charged with criminal sexual conduct. Various former U.S. gymnasts say Nassar abused them during exams, some happening at Michigan State. And now Moore is yet another name to that growing list of accusers.
Yeah, which is so disgusting. Like, I want to go into the past or just scream into the past and be like, something's wrong.
In the YouTube video, she recalls at the young age it felt wrong, but she never told anyone.
I was underage. My mom had no idea this was happening. She didn't even know that these procedures were invasive or these treatments were invasive.
Her mother only found out after Nassar was charged and Moore opened up.
I never questioned whether or not these were false accusations because I remember how extremely uncomfortable I was with all of it.
Nassar is fighting the charges, but Moore believes she's fighting too by speaking out.
Like, now that I'm 21 and I can actually put the pieces together, it all makes perfect sense.
Now, Moore says Nassar even at one point asked if he could record her. She refused. We should point out that we did reach out to Nassar's attorney by phone and email and did not hear back. Nassar maintains his innocence in what has now become an ongoing and yet growing investigation. Reporting live tonight, Jermont Terry, Local 4.
Okay, Jermont, a savage brawl on the streets of Greektown that went viral has netted 4 people in police custody. And now Detroit police have 4 new pictures they need you to take a look at right here. Mara McDonald is live with the latest from police tonight. Mara?
Good evening to you, Kimberly. And that's right, DPD reached out to us late tonight. They say they have ID'd the remaining 4, and yeah, they need you to take a look. On one of the busiest streets in the city, in front of a multi-million-dollar hotel and Old St. Mary's Church, this group of men decided acting like this was just fine. Detroit's police chief begs to differ.
People versus Stanley Falk, Defendant 1, and Keith Harvey.
Falk and Harvey were the first 2 ID'd in the beatdown. Tonight, they're sitting in jail on a $5 million bond. Now, DPD scooped them up off the street, and as of tonight, have 2 more in custody. That means they've got 4 of these men in custody. Now they've identified the remaining 4, Darnell Shaw, Myron Larkins, Rashawn Yarbrough, and Tyrone Larkins. Police say all the suspects in this case caught on video are from Inkster, and officers are out looking for them right now. The 23-year-old man you see down on the ground getting kicked in that video is still in the hospital in serious condition. So why beat him? Police say he was just trying to break up a fight between those 8 men and a friend of his. Back here live tonight, the chief says, we will find you. If you know where these men are, DPD would like to hear from you, or alternatively, if you're one of them, you can always turn yourself in. We're live in Greektown tonight. I'm Mara McDonald, Local 4.
All right, Mara. A 19-year-old is facing charges tonight accused of shooting 2 Detroit police officers on the city's west side. Juwan Plummer appeared in court today. Police were responding to reports of someone breaking into homes on Leisure Street Sunday night. Shots were fired from inside a home that they had approached, hitting both officers. Plummer says he thought they were the robbers. He never looked to see who was outside, and he remains behind bars tonight. The 2 officers are recovering.
A former Detroit EMT is facing a willful neglect of duty charge in connection to the death of a little 8-month-old girl. Back in 2015, Anne Marie Thomas was fired after the department said she refused to help the baby who was struggling to breathe while Thomas was on duty. Prosecutors say she delayed her response, stopping less than a mile away. Thomas will be back in court for a pretrial hearing sometime next week. And that baby's mother, 26-year-old Janae Wright Trussell, is facing charges in her death as well. She's been charged with premeditated murder and child abuse in the death of her daughter, Anaya. Wright Trussell denies any wrongdoing. She'll be back in court next month.
A confrontation between police and a man with a machete caught on dash cam, and now he's facing charges. This happened Sunday in a driveway in Port Huron. Police say 32-year-old Joseph Curtis was arguing with his brother. He apparently thought someone had gone into his room and taken the newborn kittens that were there. When police got there, he walked down the driveway with the machete, telling police to shoot him. They did shoot him, but with a beanbag shotgun to take him down. Curtis is facing assault charges.
New surveillance video tonight of a man who robbed and assaulted a Kroger employee in Westland. Police are looking for this man. Take a good look at him there. He's seen here in a blue sweatshirt. Investigators say he assaulted an employee at Kroger on Merriman last weekend and grabbed cash out of her register. The cashier suffered minor injuries. If you know who this man is, you're asked to call Westland Police. Well, on our air, she became one of the most recognizable faces in Detroit.
And tonight, Carmen Harlan was honored with a Lifetime Achievement Award from the Society of Professional Journalists. SPJ held its annual banquet in Troy. There's Carmen, native Detroiter, richly honored for her work in television broadcasting. She started here at WDIV as a reporter in 1978. She talked tonight about that long road in television and also talked to the crowd about how the industry has changed and evolved over time. Big congratulations.
She obviously hasn't slowed down any since
Not
she
a step.
retired.
Yeah, absolutely right.
Congratulations, Carmen. A big change coming to your credit score. Does the new calculation help or hurt you? It depends, and we'll explain.
Also coming up, a mother watches in horror as a daycare worker does the unthinkable. We'll have a look at why she's now facing charges. Doc?
Donated organs are usually transported in an ordinary cooler like this, but that's changing. I'm Dr. Frank McGeorge. Coming up, the breakthrough that could make more life-saving organs available and how this local great-grandmother ended up being one of the first in the world to test it out.
It's a breakthrough that could make more life-saving organs available.
I think this is a real game changer in many ways.
And this Waterford great-grandmother is one of the first in the world to benefit.
somebody had to do it, so I guess it was better me than anybody else.
In spite of all of the advances in medicine, donated organs are generally transported in an ordinary cooler like this.
But that is changing. Dr. Frank McGeorge is here to show us the new high-tech option being tested at a local hospital. Doc?
High tech indeed, Devin and Kimberly. It's called the TransMedics Organ Care System. Instead of packing the donated organ on ice, the device allows it to keep functioning outside of the body while it's making the life-saving journey from the donor to the recipient. Now, a quick word of warning, this story does contain video of surgery.
I was the first person to have this done. And I jumped on it. I said yes. Because
Suffering from liver failure, Eva Quick didn't hesitate when doctors at Henry Ford Hospital asked if she wanted to participate in the study of a new organ care system.
it was like, okay, here's my chance. And yeah, it was great.
This video shows Eva's new liver being transported, not in the traditional cooler, but in a high-tech new device. The TransMedics Organ Care System pumps warm donor blood through the organ along with medicine and other fluids, reducing potential damage and giving transplant surgeons like Dr. Michael Rosari the opportunity to see the liver in action.
We can perfuse it, it gets oxygen, it gets nutrients. We can actually monitor the function because we can check labs on it.
As it's transported, the liver actually continues to make bile, an essential fluid that helps the body digest fats and remove waste products from the blood.
So it kind of gives us a real-time assessment of how the organ's doing and if it's suitable to put into a recipient.
That means surgeons are able to accept more organs for transplant and ultimately save more lives. It could also potentially extend the time the liver could safely be in transit. Henry Ford has used the organ care system with 6 patients so far. They've noticed those recipients seem to do better at that critical moment when blood flow is restored to the liver.
It's the time that if things go wrong, that's typically when they go wrong. And the 6 that we've done with this machine have just gone very smooth.
The study is still ongoing, but doctors are encouraged by what they've seen.
I think this is a real game changer in many ways.
Eva is still suffering from COPD and needs oxygen, but her new liver is working well.
I feel 100% better. I mean, that's amazing. You know, because like my liver, the doctor said that everything matched up perfectly. He said he couldn't have had a better match.
She's grateful for the high-tech help, but most of all to her organ donor and their family.
I would thank them very much for it. I just want to stay around for my great-grandkids to come up, you know.
Eva has 10 grandchildren and 11 great-grandchildren, so she has a lot to look forward to. Now, Henry Ford started this clinical trial along with Massachusetts General about a year and a half ago. Eva was the first patient in Michigan and just the 8th in the world to receive a liver that was transported like this. And the device can incidentally also transport hearts and lungs. Now, you can hear much more of Eva's story and the future of organ transplants on the next episode of Minds of Medicine, and that airs tomorrow night at 8 o'clock, and we hope you'll tune in. It is really fascinating research that is happening right here in Detroit.
Yeah, it really is.
It does seem like a long stretch that we've been using this rather inelegant way with the cooler.
Surprised nobody's mistaken
Hey, it's progress.
it for their lunch
Yeah,
or something,
yeah.
and a cooler just like
No
that.
one will mistake this device for their lunch,
Yes,
that's for
exactly
sure.
right,
That's
yeah.
the upside.
All right, Doc. Here's what Steve Garagiola is working on for tomorrow night at 11.
Small enough to fit a dozen or so in your hand, you might even recognize this over-the-winter house guest.
Everybody's got them. Nobody likes them.
They leap into my makeup bag and I scream.
They don't belong in Michigan and are steadily becoming more threat than nuisance.
They attack a wide variety of plants.
You may have them in your home. Most of us do. And you may ask,
Just what the heck are these guys?
they are nasty, smelly, and not welcome around here.
If every bug in the nation dropped dead today, we'd be way better off.
It's a springtime invasion, tomorrow night at 11.
We need an insect relocation program, clearly, coming up tomorrow night. Yeah. We had enough rain earlier this evening that the afternoon drive was a little dicey in spots, that's
Yes,
for sure.
there were spots that picked up more than an inch of rain, and we could be getting some significant totals tomorrow because we got 2 rounds of showers and storms to discuss. There is not a whole lot left from that afternoon and evening round. You can see just a couple showers left across that southwest corner of Lenawee County and a couple blips a little bit further north. But generally, we're going to be dry until we get closer to sunrise tomorrow. And that's when our first round of 2 at least is coming through tomorrow. Looking at all those little green dots, that's where we estimated over an inch of rain has fallen. In fact, we did see those storms pretty much run right through from west to east, right along the county line there as it headed out to the east. We're at 53 right now. Last report at the top of the hour, Metro Airport said, yeah, we had a couple raindrops around. 30-16 is the pressure, and the wind is out of the northeast at 9 miles an hour. The cold air has been filtering in from the northeast ever since that cold front has almost pushed completely through the area. By the way, Port Huron is at 45 right now. In 1 hour between 5 and 6 o'clock tonight, that temperature dropped 21 degrees in 1 hour. Very dramatic drop. Just about everybody's going to end up in the 40s, maybe some 50s down here in our south zone, and we'll take a look at that here in our 4-zone forecast. Metro temperatures tomorrow morning still about upper 40s, even in the city, maybe as warm as 50 downriver here in Flat Rock. South zone should be the only spot that's still looking at 50s down near the state line, and then you get into our west zone where it's generally all 40s. 48 in Flint, 47 in Clarkston, maybe a couple 50s out here towards Chelsea and Manchester. And cool here in our north zone. You're already in the 40s, but you'll be down to 41 in Sandusky, 42 in Lexington, in the mid 40s down here towards M59. Now let's start timing out the rain as we go into tomorrow morning. This is 6 a.m. This is going to be that first round of showers and thunderstorms. It looks like in the morning hours, I don't think we're going to see much in the way of strong storms, but this latest model run doesn't have a whole lot of dry spots as we get through the rest of the day, but it will be this window between about 3-4 o'clock in the afternoon on to 8. That's when we think the strongest storms are going to appear. Once we get past 8 o'clock, we're pretty much in the clear and should stay dry through the start of next week. But we do have some rough stuff to get through tomorrow. 49 tonight, and again, those storms returning before the sun comes up tomorrow morning. High temperatures going to 73, even with those multiple chances of thunderstorms out there. And again, that severe risk is going to be maximized in the afternoon. Much cooler in the 7-day forecast, 50s for Friday and Saturday. And then we'll warm up just a little bit on Sunday. That's going to be the pick day of the weekend, but it is going to be dry Friday through Monday. No rain in the forecast.
Not bad.
Stay tuned tomorrow.
Yep.
Well, he could hardly see when they were done. A store clerk brutally beaten by robbers. You'll see why he's thankful to just be alive coming up in a minute.
A daycare worker facing charges after this video surfaces, and it'll have you shaking your head for sure.
A 25-year-old hospitalized tonight after plowing his SUV into a home in Rockwood this morning. Police say he hit a motorcyclist at Huron River Drive and Telegraph and fled the scene. Lost control, hit a car, and then slammed into a home. The family inside and the motorcyclist are okay.
Former state Senator Virgil Smith is looking to run for Detroit City Council. Smith resigned last year and spent 10 months in jail after firing an assault rifle at his ex-wife's car. He's now turned in petitions for a potential council bid.
A traffic alert. Damaged concrete has forced lane closures on I-75. The 2 right northbound lanes at Springwells closed for emergency repairs there. In fact, they'll be closed through the morning rush hour tomorrow, so expect delays or plan a way around them.
A mom on her lunch break decides to check in on her toddler through a daycare's live stream, but what she saw sent her into a panic. A Dallas area daycare worker was caught slamming a toddler to the ground there. Just look at that. Jasmine Torres allegedly pushed the little boy down while she put another child on a blanket. She's seen then picking the boy up and throwing him down. The child was not hurt, but Torres was immediately fired. She's been charged with endangering a child.
A liquor store clerk healing tonight after being viciously beaten just minutes before he was about to close up shop. We've got surveillance video from the Houston area store. 2 men run in, one armed with a rifle. The robbers jumped the counter and punched the clerk dozens of times. One repeatedly hit him in the head with a liquor bottle. They got away with cigarettes and cash from the register. The clerk needed more than a dozen stitches, but he's doing okay. 3 men have now been arrested and the charges are pending. Major changes coming to how your credit score is calculated.
How about this? It'll be calculated with what's called trended data. That means scores will take into account the path of a person's debt on a month-to-month basis. If you're continuing to pay off debt, you will score better. The goal is to see warning signs before a borrower gets into serious trouble. Another change, closing credit card accounts won't affect your score. Low scorers may also benefit from things like medical debts. Some companies will implement the changes later this year.
Never made sense to me that closing a card out would hurt your score. You're trying to get your sort of house in order,
right
and that's
now
what
it does.
happens. Yeah.